Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. It's going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. We've got an account takeover today for the Dark X. The Dark, regular viewer in my Twitch, basically came to me and said, I've been using an unkillable team for my clan boss for some time. Basically, he's 4-keying the Ultra Nightmare clan boss with unkillable, but he does not have a normal clan boss team set. He'd love to be able to push for a 3-key Ultra Nightmare team. I'll tell you what, he's got champions here, which are insane, so I think we could probably get there. Chunks of silver as well. It's all going to be down to whether we've got enough gear. What have we got here then? We've got a really well-developed Great Hall. Level 10s on 2 lots of accuracy, and then we've got a level 9 here. Just slacking a little bit on the reds, the force, but other than that, you can't really grumble. I feel like he's pushed attack a bit high, whereas I would be pushing that into defense. Let me just go over why I do that one more time. Attack-based champions represent about 40% of the game. Yeah, so if you've got anyone that scales from attack, then they are going to benefit from this skill. However, every single champion in your champion pool benefits from HP, defense, crit damage. Yeah, those three, every single champion that you own will benefit from, because it will keep them alive or they'll do more damage. Attack only benefits 40% of your champion pool. Absolutely the worst stat to develop in the Great Hall. Defense for me is the next best one after accuracy. You need to land abilities to do anything in this game, so accuracy still reigns supreme for me. Then defense, keep your people alive, let you stay alive longer, do more damage, and then after that I normally go crit damage, then HP. But this is not in bad shape. Good effort, the Dark. We're a well-developed player here. We're looking at already done the 120-day piece. Actually, it's 120-day today. It means we've got Dark Elthane. That's pretty cool to look at as well. So yeah, so we are looking then to build that Ultra Nightmare clan boss team, and then we're going to look to try and build some stuff in the arena. So what do I want for Ultra Nightmare? If we're moving away from this kind of unkillable comp, I'll just show you this comp quick, what he's been using. And this has been basically a 20-odd million key from what I've seen, 20 to 25 million. But you've got here, see this? Works fine, it's just, it doesn't do the same sort of damage that you used to, obviously. Caps out 50 turns, it's not going to do the damage you need. So basically, he wants to move to more like a 2 and 3 key, get his benefit from Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare, and yeah, kick out some more damage here. So the other specification is he wants this to be an auto-friendly comp. He doesn't want to be going in there, pressing buttons, you know, ruining his day. So we need to make sure this is very auto-friendly. Let's have a look through this account pool then. It's pretty much a whale account or high spender, I would say. Got tons of legendaries in here. There's also a ton, didn't mean to do that. There's also a ton of legendaries in the vault here. Look at this. So high level account, but high level accounts don't do everything. You need to gear people properly to do the work. So what do I think we need for clan boss? And we've got some brilliant champions in here for clan boss, especially with some of the buffs that have just happened. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff we could try. The immediate one that jumps out to me is kind of like that auto-friendly, great composition would be a Draco in the mix, a Duchess in the mix, a Martyr in the mix. You've got 3 really great champions here. Vizier to keep things going. Between Vizier, Martyr, and Draco, you have all of the debuffs you need. Yeah? So 3 champions give you all the debuffs, which means you've then got room for 2 champions to give you more protection or damage, one or the other. Ideally both. Duchess gives you a ton of protection, a ton of it. So Duchess can come in. That new that improvement to Veil decreases the damage taken by all allies from AoE attacks by 25% or 15% from bosses. Yeah, so that's her new passive. So she gets 15% reduced damage from AoEs as a flat 15%. And then let me just check this again. Let me reread it. Places a Veil buff on all allies except this champion for 1 turn. So when the Veil goes on, they get an additional 7.5%. places a perfect veil on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. So that's a resurrection ability. This is a normal ability. Veil buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. When they're on that one, they get another 15% damage mitigation. So she is now insane in the clan boss, like insane. So if you've got a Duchess, yes, she's awesome in the arena, but she is awesome in clan boss as well. She does bring a speed aura, which we could use if we're lacking speed, because we do want to get their defense levels high. But I'm thinking Vizier, Marta, Duchess, Draco, and then one other is either going to be Razin, because he does damage, or Skull Crusher, because he protects your team really well and keeps you alive for a long time. I think I'm going to go Skull Crusher. Another build that we could do, I'm going to test it out actually on my stream tonight because I've not done it properly. I'm not going to test it on someone's account where I don't know it's going to work fully. But we've got here Speed Lead. We've got Mashaled now, who also gives us Leech. So we could even do Leech, increase speed, Duchess, increase speed, and go full on speed comp. Forget Vizier. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Speed, speed, poisons for days, decrease attack, decrease defense, counter attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a 5th would be some sort of protection type champion, I think. Or you could just go crazy fast and maybe bring in someone like an Arbiter, or maybe bring in someone like Crutraxa just to do damage, Razin just to do damage. So there's actually quite a lot of Septimus to do damage. Actually, Septimus hits really hard as well. So there's actually a really interesting team that could be built out of this. But I personally have not played around with it enough to test it. Maybe I should just go for it. What do you reckon? I'm going to drop Dark a message and see what he reckons. But I'm quite tempted to try this out. So I'm going to drop him a message. Anyway, either way, we're going to re-gear all these champions, get them ready for the clan boss. I'll show you them when they're geared. I'll show you them now quickly, but because he's not been running them in clan boss, I bet they're not geared that well. Good defense, crap speed, bad accuracy. She's not ready to go. This build's not even ready for anything. This build is good. This is a nice build, actually. Good speed, good defense for this level. Probably needs a bit more defense than that, though. Good accuracy. Low crit rate, though. Low crit damage. Dracos can hit hard if you gear them well. So that's not too bad. I don't think this is geared at all. And then we've got good defense, too slow, bad accuracy. So there's a lot that needs to be done here. Vizier, not even built. So tons that needs to be done. This is like a ground up build. Let's see where we get to. And I'll show you the results. Right, so had a chat with the Dark and he was like, do what you want. Good luck. I have played around with this. I do not know what sort of damage levels we're going to get, but I am going to have some fun anyway. I'm sorry if I don't do a good job, the Dark. So what have I done? I have taken in... I've gone for this speed comp. So we've done Mashaled. I don't know how you say his name. But what have I done? I've put him in all speed gear. We are relying on his Leech giving us enough lifesteal to sustain this team. That's what I'm hopeful for. We've gone fast. As good as we can get with the gear we've got here. The gear here is good, but it's not like insane. My gear, for example, I'd probably be pushing another 30 odd speed on most of these champs. And the defense is a bit low here. So we're going for hard and fast. Lots of hits in as much in a kind of short window of time before the clan boss starts to ramp his damage up from like turn 20 odd onwards. So 256 speed here. He's going to be applying the speed buff. Decent enough crit rate and crit damage. We do have somebody coming in to boost our crit rate. Good attack level, good health points, just a bit of a low defense. We've got Marta coming in for our counter attack. Counter attack's still useful in a speed comp, but you do need to try and extend it. So the masteries kind of go like this, where we've got lasting gift to try and extend that counter. She is running at 215, so still pretty fast. Good defense, good crit damage. She's going to hit hard. We have got Duchess. Duchess is in lifesteal gear. She's going to be our lead. Therefore, she's going to take a slam. When she takes that slam, I want for her to get her health back as soon as possible. So we have got a 214 speed, 4k, high HP. I want good defense, good HP. I want her to be able to take a slam and laugh it off. She doesn't need accuracy. Okay, crit damage. That's not really what she's there for. So she is in as a protector. We've got Draco bringing the poisons. I've put him in Stalwart set. His defense is okay at 2.7k, but I do want him to stay alive. So Stalwart set is good for somebody that's got a bad base defense like this. He's going to be a poisoner and decreased defense and weakener. He has got good crit rate again, okay crit damage, good accuracy, okay defense, good HP, 209 speed. And then we have got ourselves a Lanakis, who I found in the vault. So this is a good combination with our Draco, with our Mashald. So she has got okay again defense, good HP pool, good speed, good crit rate, bad crit damage, doesn't need accuracy. So could do a bit more crit damage on her really, but it's not bad. I could switch this out for crit damage, but we do have a double roll here, so it felt like defense was a better way to go. We've got War Master all the way around, all the usual sort of stuff. This ability here, I wish it was booked. It would be better if it was booked. But she comes in with 3 allies, fills the turn meter as well, and increases duration of buffs. So if you think about it, we have got counterattack as a buff. We've got increased speed as a buff. She's going to increase defense. She's going to be throwing all of that up another turn, which I think is going to be pretty awesome in this comp. I want to at least be able to free key here. I wish we hadn't changed affinity. That's a shame because it's not going to enable me to show it as a void. This clan has really sort of gone on. We're only a few hours after the reset. So that's a shame actually. So let's go then. Duchess is going to be our lead. An extra 19% speed. So basically everybody is going to have 19 more speed roughly across the team. When we're running a speed comp, that is really helpful for us. So we've got ally attack, counter attack, poisons and debuffs, team protection and speed and shielding, and then speed buff, leech, and all those good shenanigans going on at once. Let's see what happens here. So in terms of affinity then, we have got 2 negative affinities here, which is not ideal for a first test. 3 positive, 2 negative. It's not ideal for a first test. We want it to be an auto comp. We want it to be able to run. Good thing about speed comp is it can absolutely run both clan bosses. It can run Nightmare and it can run Ultra Nightmare on auto, because a speed comp is all about pushing damage out quick. The one thing that I'm most worried about is we don't have a decrease attack champion on A1s. Is the debuff bar going to fill up before we get that decrease attack going on from the Martyr? But look at these buffs. Oh, if only we had a Turvold in this team, that would be actually probably insane. But you can see here the turn count. What we want to be doing is as much damage per turn as possible. In my comp, personally, I do about 1.1 million per turn. I've seen now since we've had this damage total come up. That is a speed tune team that is all about putting out a good amount of damage over a longer period of time. This team is all about putting out damage quickly, ideally. So it's about getting things like the additional War Master procs in as many times as possible, the additional Giant Slayer hits. So we actually want to be running ideally at about 1.2, 1.3 per turn, because we know that we're not going to get the value from counterattack like we will in some of the other team comps. We also know that our team do not have the best defense levels. So we're not going to be lasting into 30 plus turns. We need to be getting at least 25 million out of this team to get the free key. That's the kind of minimum requirement I'm after. But I'd love for this to push up into the 30s. So as I said at the start of this, I've got absolutely no idea where we're going to end up. Don't like that the fact that we've got a different affinity here, because it's not going to help me get a good gauge of actually how strong it is. But one of the things I do want to know is Leech going to sustain this team right the way through? I think hopefully, I think it will. I think it will. It doesn't feel like, though, the one thing that's missing right now, I mean, I could sub Vizier into this team pretty comfortably, maybe instead of Lanakis, and then we would get the absolute full uptime on poisons. Maybe that's worth more than Lanakis here, because we're not getting full debuff bar all the time, and that hurts our damage a lot. It doesn't help, though, that our poisoner is negative affinity, yeah? So normally we'd be stacking more poisons than we are. We're actually only stacking, and we're missing like what, 2 right now from his last poison attempt. Huge. It's huge. All the time we're doing that, our damage is kind of being hampered. I'm going to play this through. I'll show you the results at the end. Let's hope, fingers crossed, that we get a 20+ million key. Right, so first turn, we've come in at 24.4 million. Lanarkis was on her backside a lot of the time. She was the problem there. So I think what I'm going to do is just switch out Lanarkis for Vizier. And I think that is going to be, because of the negative affinity, I think that's going to be our best bet for now. I'm still not certain this is the best bet long term, but I mean, she absolutely did not survive. She was down way too early, and she didn't really give us the kind of team benefit I thought she would. We did have buffs on a lot of the time though, which is a massive kind of plus. So, you know, we were absolutely stacking up those counter-attack buffs. So we're going to go in with Vizier, try him instead. I don't think that's needed. Although, no, I don't think that's needed. What we'll do with Vizier though is we'll do a bit more setup. So Vizier benefits from us just kind of being manual for the first little part of the fight. I'll put this on for different content. Yeah, so Vizier benefits from us being active for the first part of the fight to get these debuffs rolling. I'm going to build him up. I'll show you him once he's built, and then we'll go for it. Okay then, we've got Vizier built up, 3.5k defense, which is pretty solid, 208 speed, 264 accuracy. Accuracy is really important on your Vizier. You do not want him missing his debuffs. I think he's good to go. We've gone with masteries, War Master as you would expect. Actually, it's not right. It should be Giant Slayer, but it should be. It's not much in it, so we're going to go as it is. I need one more key. Do we have a key already somewhere? Let's hope so. We're going to be wasting the last of these gems to go for it. I think we are. Oh, think that we are. Okay, so we're going to be using these gems up. Sorry, the dark. We've got to do it. We've got to try a little stuff. Let's go. So just going to switch him out for Vizier. Better affinity here as well. So it does give us one more champion to play around with for affinity changes. Obviously, we've still got Draco as the poor affinity, so he's probably going to die first. But we do have him in Stalwart, and we do have the protection from Duchess. I'm not going to go auto from the start here. I'm going to set this up. So we're going to try and get the Leech away as early as we can. Straight away, that's good. Get the A1s going now. We are going to get increased attack. I'm going to save this one actually for when the slam's going to come in. So we're going to save that a couple of turns. Get the counter attack on first round. I think we're going to throw out decreased defense and weaken. And then we're going to start to extend buffs. Didn't get any there. That's the thing, you've got to do this initial setup stage. It's going to take probably about 3 or 4, maybe 2 full rotations to get all of this on, and then you can hit the auto with Vizier. But once you've done it, you are in a much better place. I could press auto right from the start, but I make sure I get this decrease attack on first because that's so important to land. Landed 4 poisons there, which is great considering we're negative affinity here. Start to extend all that up. We've got 8 debuffs on now. I can get this increased speed on again and crit rate. Keep that running through. And then basically what I'm going to do is throw on, what are we on here? Second counter? Yeah. Do that one more turn. And then as soon as we get the full kind of stacks of this stacked up with the next set of poisons, I'll press auto and then I'll run it through. So I'll show you the results again. Let's hope we get a more stable kind of, yeah, hopefully more like a high 20 million key. We get block debuffs up here. We should get it on most of them, if not all of them. I think we've got all of it there. So we're not going to take the stun at this point. Keep the speed running. I just don't want him to do his heal reduction yet. I want to wait until we get the last poisons up. Anyway, I'm going to flick this through and I will show you the results. What do I love here then? We've hit 25 million. 25 turns, so the million per turn count is pretty nice. We are absolutely self-sustaining with Leech. 100%. We've hit the 20 turn count when we know that the clan boss is going to hit hard. We are sustaining well. This clan boss is buggy as you like. Since we had this patch, it's really annoying. See, people are dropping. We're not even seeing the damage that's coming on. But we've got a team here that can deal good amount of auto damage once you've got that setup in play. We've got Vizier as extended debuffs all day long, so we don't have to worry about those now. If Vizier dies now, we don't really care. Let him die. But other than that, 27 million. We're still going. We are absolutely sustaining 100% of our health. So this speed team with a counter is actually performing really well. The great thing about the work that Vizier does is that because he's extended so many debuffs for so long, we actually now, all we need to do is just keep somebody alive. Every turn we keep another person alive, we manage to do about another million damage, 500,000, whatever, just through the poisons that are still on the clan boss. So 29 million here. I mean, it's awesome actually. Awesome kind of level of damage. We're sustaining because we've got that Duchess. She's bringing people back. They're dropping again. It's literally like, she's bringing them back basically for no reason. We're getting no benefit from that at all. She does place pretty chunky shields on herself though. I've got no idea how much damage we're actually taking because the clan boss is bugged to hell. Everyone could be dead for all I know. I've got no idea. I can't see. But over 30 million damage already. Pretty pleased with that. You know, we're going to, it's a definite easy free key. And I mean, potentially on Void Affinity, maybe it becomes a 2 key. I'm not sure. Duchess, by a lonesome now. She doesn't care. She knows that Vizier's done his work. She's just hanging out, trying to extend this damage a bit further, a bit further. We're into the 12th minute nigh on, 35 turns, which is pretty nutty. And she's still going. She's still going. She's like, boys, why do you keep laying down? I'm not finished yet. We're going again. And away we go. 33 million. I think that's probably it, is it? Yeah, 33 million. So really close to a 2-key team. For a speed team, that's pretty cool, like that. And there's definitely some room to improve in terms of gear. You know, we've got people that are sitting down way too early. So really good effort. Yeah, guys, that is a 2-key, not 2-key, sorry. It's a solid 3-key, but close to a 2-key Ultra Nightmare team on auto once that setup is done. It's going to cruise through Nightmare. That will be a 1-key team on Nightmare for sure. So that is Clan Boss done and dusted, as we like to say. Okay, so I'm going to go on and try and work out this guy's arena team. But for this video, I'm absolutely chuffed actually that I can now say 100% Leech is possible to replace lifesteal gear. You've just seen it there. I only had one champion running lifesteal, and I'm actually going to swap her out of lifesteal now. She doesn't need it when you've got that Leech on the boss. Absolutely awesome. So if you've got champions that are running with Warmaster, Giant Slayer, and you've got Leech on the boss, you will sustain your team through that buff. That's awesome. Gives us an alternative now to running lifesteal the whole time. What I'd also say here is, if you guys want to come and join me on Twitch tonight, I'm going to remodel my Clan Boss team in a similar way. Speed, Leech. You can see it done live. I'll put the link down below. I'll catch you later on, guys. This has been Hell Hades. I'll catch you all soon.